Hey, what's going on, everybody? Back here with another video. Again, just want to say thank you to everyone who is watching, has watched, has maybe checked it out for 5 seconds, for 5 minutes, whatever the case may be. A big shout out and a big thank you to those of you who have watched these videos, have subscribed, have commented, have shared. That helps me out a lot. This is something that I'm really trying to build up. Again, not just for the sake of building it up, but it's an opportunity to share and just express some thoughts and things that are on my mind that could be potentially helpful, to others. And so that's why I created this channel. That's the purpose of, living to learn. That's, why I named the channel what I named it. This is an opportunity to reach who knows who, right? I mean, could be someone I've never met and maybe we'll never meet in person. Perhaps they came across my video and just thought, you know what, I like how this guy was saying what he was saying. It made sense. That's actually that's a big deal to me. So I made a short last week. I usually do my shorts on Thursday. Thursday was busy. I actually went to a Dodger game, which is, it was a lot of fun. Always love going to watch my Dodgers. They didn't win, but still had a great time. So Thursday got a little crazy, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to force it. I'll just wait till Friday. So Friday is when I recorded my short. So I try to do like I guess you could call it my main video every Monday, and then a short, which is a 60-second clip, every Thursday. So it kind of bugs me when I'm off schedule, but it wasn't a big deal. It was just one day. So anyway, I recorded that on Friday, and I don't know if you got to see it. If you had a chance, if not, maybe give it a listen. But I was, when I shared, I can't remember what platform when I shared the video, but I wrote, that's one of the things that really motivates me to make these videos, to get into life coaching, which is my business that I'm working on and building from the ground up right now, is to save people some time. Like if I can help you understand something, if I can help something click, you know, and see that happen, faster than it happened for me. One thing I always say about my kids, when it comes to my kids, I always say, you know what, I want to see my kids 10 steps ahead of where I was at every stage of their life. The main stages, right? So your teenage years going into, adulthood, your early to mid 20s, right? 30s and so on and so forth. That to me, like that's what it's about. It's about seeing them ahead of me, right? Helping them navigate through things, helping them find a different route, helping them realize who they are, their potential, their gifting, everything that's encompassed with that. So when I shared, when I recorded that short, like that was the idea. That's the idea that I have in mind, like behind everything that I'm doing, everything that you see me do, is, hey, you know what? If I could help somebody save some time, and I mean, sometimes it's a significant amount of time, like years. If I can help you save a few years by, being able to empathize with you and see where you're at, and you know, be able to provide some insights and wisdom that's just going to help you see things different, change your point of view, get you around some obstacles, get you through some things that would have just slowed you down. You know, there's a saying that most of us have heard, and that is, hindsight is 2020. What does that mean? Well, when they say 2020, they're referring to 2020 vision. When you go to the eye doctor and they say that you have 2020 vision, that means your vision is perfect. You don't need any corrective lenses. You're not going to need any surgery. Your eyes are working as they should. So when someone says in hindsight is 2020, meaning looking back, we see it perfectly, right? We see where we made mistakes. We look back and we say, oh, I see where I should have went left when I turned right. I see where I should have listened to that person that told me not to do that, not to get into that relationship, not to take that job, not to, pursue that major or whatnot. And it's really tough, it's really hard. It's really hard. It's really discouraging. And I'm speaking from personal experience. To look back, no certain, amount of time. It could be 5 years, 10 years, or maybe just a particular period in your life that you just clearly remember. Some of us we look back in our past and we can see some like major mistakes that we made. And it's hard to get over it. It's hard to get over some of those mistakes. It's hard to get over some of those missteps. Right now, I'm talking to human beings now. Right, we're human beings. We're people. Some stuff is easy to kind of just shrug it off. Some stuff's easy to just kind of let it roll off your shoulders. Some people are just made like that. Some of us are just, by design, we're just better at that. Right? Like, you ever meet people that are they always have a positive outlook. They always have, an optimistic view of everything, regardless of what they're going through. Some people are just built that way. I think that's a gift. I think that's a great way to carry yourself. Because when it's all said and done, as clearly as you can see back, any of those things that either you would have changed, or some stuff, we so badly wish we just wouldn't have done it. And again, I get it. There's some deep things. There's some heavy stuff that has occurred, right? And I was talking to my son yesterday about consequences. Like, every choice comes with a consequence. Now, when I was growing up, when I was a kid, when I heard the word consequence, I thought of negative. I thought of punishment. But the consequence is just the result. It could be good. It could be bad, depending on your choice. And we're gonna make choices, right? So anyway, we can look back. We can get super zoned into periods of our lives or mistakes that we made, things that we wish would have been different. We would have done different. I wish I would have said that different. It could be a lot of things. And the way our minds work and the way we're built as humans, it hurts that we look back and we just see with absolute clarity where we messed up or where we took a misstep. And so I know, and I've experienced, and if I can be 100% and completely honest with you, I'm still experiencing. There's still some heavy things. There's still some things that, it's hard for me not to just beat myself up over it. Things that I've done, mistakes that I've made, choices that I've made. There are still some things that weigh on me. I'm not going to lie. I've worked through a lot of different things. My mindset's changed, my mentality. I try to look at myself I try to give myself more grace now. I try to, just see myself as, hey, you're human. This is just how it is. This is where you're at now. But there are still some things that just kind of, they linger, and they're hard to deal with. So I say all that to tell you and to explain to you why I feel so passionate, or why I feel so strongly about helping others avoid certain mistakes that will save them time. I mean, we don't know. We don't know what that's gonna do for someone. I don't know what that's gonna do I hope that when somebody hears my words, when they hear these videos, when they watch or listen, that there is something of value coming from it, something that's going to stir a change, something that's going to stir some type of, a different approach. Because really, if I look back and I look at the things that I did, like if I look back and I think about something that I did and, now wishing I would have done it different, now wishing that, hey, I wish I would have, chose the other thing rather than the choice that I made. I have to chalk it all up to my mentality at the moment, to my mindset at the moment, to my emotional state at the moment. I mean, some of us have done things that we regret, and we were just not in a good place emotionally. I mean, there's so many things that factor in. There's so many different details that factor into it. And again, your vision is so clear on these things that we can just go over and over every single detail, and I don't know if that makes it better or worse. I can't say. The one thing I can say is this: I can't go back and change it. You can't go back and change it. What's done is done. What's done is done. And I was actually having a conversation with a good friend of mine today. I hadn't seen him in a long time. It was cool. We just hung out, had lunch. He's doing some amazing things. Just a very, very brilliant, individual, scholar, has some published writings, just very smart person, very open-minded, and wanting to learn and wanting to understand. And I think the coolest part about it though today was like, he's still the same dude that I became friends with years ago. We still got that same rapport. We're still on that same level, like, because it kind of sucks when people start doing well or they become successful and you're happy for them. And I'm the way I am, I'm gonna be happy for you anyway. I'm gonna cheer for them anyway. That's just the way I'm built, right? But it kind of sucks when somebody's doing so well and they've achieved these, certain levels of success, and then they're no longer that person that you first, became friends with, or you first embraced because of who they were and the type of person that they are. But my buddy's still the same, and so I love to see it. He's a more advanced version of himself than the one I met, years ago. But we were just talking about that. We were talking about how, you come to just see things different. You come to just realize, at some point you have like this awakening. You have like this, something in your mind just clicks, right? And it's just like, wow, like now you see things different. And now you see that the way you used to see things before doesn't really fit. Like it's just, it wasn't what it was supposed to be. And there's really nothing there's really nothing I can say other than, you know, we can't get stuck on the would've, could've, should've, because that will keep us going in this never ending cycle. You start to beat yourself up. You start to do a lot of things that just don't have any value. Beating ourselves up does nothing but waste energy. All we can do is go forward from where we're at. However, that doesn't mean, and again, this is just me, right? This is my purpose. This is my mission. Doesn't mean that I can't help someone else, if possible, avoid those same mistakes. Now, I don't even know how I could, possibly even identify that, because everyone's different. Everybody thinks different. Everybody communicates different. You might have 3 people watching this video, and all 3 of them are going to hear, different things, right? They're going to take away different things from what I'm saying. But the reason why I am passionate, and the reason why I feel like it's valuable to have that intention behind what I'm doing, is because although I have made mistakes, although I have made bad decisions in the past, I did also have guidance. I did also have mentors. I did also have voices who had been down that, were further down the road of life than I had been. They'd seen more. And they poured into me. They gave me some advice. They, challenged my thinking a little on some occasions. Like, hey, are you sure that's how you should look at it? Are you sure that's how you should take this? And so I believe that without those voices, there might be a lot more that I'd be regretting. There might be a lot more that, a lot more ammo that I would have to use against myself, beating myself up over things, if I hadn't had that advice, or hadn't had anybody at least try to get me to see it different. And again, it sometimes it works, sometimes it's effective, sometimes it isn't. As they say, sometimes we just got to learn the hard way. That's just a fact. That's just the way it goes. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say today in this video, was just, that's what's on my heart, what's on my mind today. Again, everything that I'm doing, it's with that intention. It's with that focus, that desire to help others, that desire to give back to my community, my world community, based on the things that I've been given, based on things that I've been so fortunate to have benefited from. And so that's it for today. I hope to see you on Thursday, or actually I hope you'll see me on Thursday, because I can't see anybody. But thanks again for listening.